Hey there, welcome to Tour the Office Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 21st of March, year of our Lord 2017. Welcome back. We had spring break last week here on campus and everybody, including me, got a much needed break and time for rest, and I'm so happy to be back and happy to get things going again this week. I'm excited as we talk about break and kind of resting and taking a small Sabbath in our time. I wanted to take this time to show you the fidget tray that we use here at UKirk for our students. If you come into our house, you'll see that my office door is always open. It's the first door to your right when you walk in, and I purposefully do that because it's really important that that students have a chance to really have a relationship with me that goes beyond just what they see on Wednesday nights or Monday nights or any other sort of official gatherings. So we keep the office open, and we try to attract college students into coming and hanging out with an old 30-year-old geezer like me by putting candy out like they're cats coming in for catnip, and we always have candy here, and I noticed that they were really attracted to this item that's been on Tour the Office Tuesday before. These are called Buckyballs, and I'll get to this in a second. And so they would kind of fidget with these while we were talking, or while we were just kind of shooting the breeze about sports or TV shows, or what was going on campus, or something that had to do with a faith crisis or a faith question. So we were looking at these and sort of how people were most comfortable in this office space. And people really were drawn to fidget things. And if you do a Google search online, you'll know that fidget items are super popular. And there are lots of different ways that people can fidget. So I'll go through the fidget tray that we use, and people who come in this office often will grab one of these items and fidget with it while they sit and talk to me or talk to each other. And so I'm doing this so you can look and see if you want any of these items, because they've been really helpful for us here at UKirk to make people more comfortable as they sit and talk and fidget. So first one would be the Buckyballs. And the last time that I presented these, I said you can't buy these anymore because they're illegal, because some toddler somewhere ate them and it didn't go well because they're magnets. But you can actually buy these again. So look for Buckyballs. They're spelled the way it sounds, Bucky Balls. And it's these little magnet balls that kind of stick together, and they're remarkably fun to play with. So Buckyballs were our first fidget and sort of started this whole trend. I've also done a review of these fidget cubes. Buy these. These are really good. I have two of them. This is a retro / video game edition. This is a Kickstarter edition. Only buy the ones from Antsy Labs, A-N-T-S-Y Labs. Because those are the ones that were made by the original creator. All other ones are derivative, and don't buy those. But these are super popular here in my office. The other thing that you might be familiar with, this is a koosh ball, spelled with a K, koosh. And if you were born in the 80s and grew up in the 90s, you're probably familiar with this. And if you smelled it, you would say, man, that smells like my childhood, because it is. This is a really, really fun thing to kind of play with. We play basketball with this. I have a basketball hoop over my back door, and we play basketball with this sometimes. You can buy these on Amazon, and only buy the Koosh brand, because I bought other kind and they don't feel as good. So Koosh are a little bit more squishy. This is kind of the original fidget, not the original one that we use, but one of the original purposefully built toys to fidget with. And this is called the Tangle, and you can tell why. It's made out of plastic, and it's these little links that kind of link together, and it's just really fun to play with. So you can just sit down and sort of tangle this up and make a little ball. And this one is really popular with students too, and it's easy to clean. So I usually use some sort of antibacterial spray, and it's plastic, so it's really easy to clean. But this is a really popular one. These are pretty inexpensive, $5 or $6 for this. This is a top. I have several tops, but this is probably not the one that people play with the most. But any top that's a good quality top to spin is fun. This is one from Forever Spin, a company in Canada, and they're nice to play with. This one will spin for 3-4 minutes if you spin it right. I have some that'll spin 10 minutes. I have one that'll spin for almost 25 minutes. And it's really fun for students to kind of play and just see who can get the best spin times. This is an item, actually a product that's called ferrofluid, and within this sort of clear liquid there's this magnetic black goo that you can manipulate with a magnet, and it's super fun. People really like to play with this and sort of see the way it kind of goes up and down, and it's a really fun thing to have around. This is a little more costly. Ferrofluid is kind of expensive, but you could get something like this for, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks. But I keep this around, and the last thing that I use is almost kind of like a worry stone. This is a skull. If you notice, there's a skull behind me in my lamp. I'll probably do a Tour of the Office Tuesday of that at some point. But this glass skull was made by the Pretentious Beer Glass Company in Knoxville, and it's just really smooth. And I like to hold this. This is probably one of my favorite things to fidget with. I keep it in my hand and just kind of roll it around and feel the smooth edges, and it's kind of like a worry stone to me. But we keep all of these fidgets together on one tray, and then keep that tray on our little table, and it's just always available for people to come in and fidget with, and people really find it therapeutic, and they really enjoy playing with these little toys. So you can find all of these online, and you can get them. This is kind of almost every fidget toy you could possibly order. There are a couple of other ones that you might look into. There's spinners, like hand spinners. I have one of those, but it's not to share. It's a little more. It's a little too expensive to share. But you can get any of these online and keep these at your house, or if you're a pastor, you can keep these in your office. It might help people be a little bit more comfortable if they're sharing something with you. But this works for us, and I'm glad that you came by Tour of the Office Tuesday. You're welcome to come by and fidget with us here. But our office is always open for you. See you later.